Hey Ranger Nation, welcome back to another video. And today, or what did I say today? Basically, this video is all about episode 11 of Power Rangers Dino Fury. And I've got to admit, the episodes keep getting better. And this is a really good one. First of all, if you want to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to help it grow, as well as leave a comment after you finish watching or halfway through, I don't mind. This episode really threw Beetleborg vibes to me at the very beginning. A haunted mansion, when like even some of the scenes in this, I generally really thought, you know what, if they wanted to do Beetleborgs and keep it to the same thing again, they could use this mansion or whatever, or this building. I was like, I'm really impressed. And also, dear God, if you've seen this episode, did you pick up on Pop Pop or Mr. Jones turning around and saying that he used to work at Area 62? Oh dear Lord, that is something big. I want to know more. This episode threw so much stuff at you, and it was shot brilliantly. The story, the characters, everything was spot on. There were some things at the end which kind of made me go, but this episode, dear God, it is getting better. So let's break it down. So we have the episode where Pop Pop is trying to fix the plumbing. He hears like a woo type ghost thing. He leaves. I've got to admit, my favorite part is this when he just jumps out the window. It's so random. It's like I thought he would run out the door, but he just jump straight out the window, and I was just like, oh wow, cool. So the episode is that the monster, basically Dooms something or other, what her name is, Dooms Lady, she's trying to find something in the mansion that is very important and it's very powerful, and she gets obviously disturbed by Pop Pop, and then obviously so when Pop Pop returns back to Buzz Blast for some strange reason, oh no, he's repairing Jane's air conditioning. So he tells Amelia and he tells Javi about everything that's going on. And as soon as all this kind of kicks in, like, she wants to go and investigate. Javi turns around and says that he's got some stories, and he makes one up, and he's just like, oh yeah, the purple beard ghost has come back. She's like, oh my God. And we have the vice that she had in the first episode. She's like, oh, it's been made back. I love this. It's been retuned, it's better. So I'm glad that she's done it. But then again, it's like just randomly on a desk. You kind of think it'd be under the desk or something. But she decides to go back she goes to the mansion to kind of find out. And this is when she meets Dooms Lady, or Dooms. I'm going to call it Dooms. So Dooms actually like kind of wraps her up in this kind of wrap thing and a power. And bandages, because she's a mummy type thing. Now, when you look at her, I generally thought her face was literally on her chest, because obviously that's where the big orb is. But no, if you look at the top, where the top spike is, that's her face. And I was like, oh, it's a really cool monster design. I really kind of liked it. And when she goes into like fighting, she gets wrapped up. The others coming in, and she's got a thing called a mood ray or a mood beam, which she hits Javi, and he literally becomes really emotional. He's crying all the time. He's really kind of empathetic, I would say. Like, he loves everybody. He wants to kind of hug people and stuff like that, which I found was a cool thing. Like, literally, you think you'd hit all the Rangers straight away. So when they start fighting, she hits Amelia with the ray, and she becomes angry. But I didn't feel like she was angry. It just felt like she was mildly annoyed. So everyone's like, oh my God, like, she's angry. She's really upset. I was like, no. She's just mildly annoyed. That's it. I'm going to get you, Ranger. I'm going to hit you with my beam. I'm just really mildly annoyed at you. I'm annoyed. I'm not angry. I'm just annoyed. Within this, she tells, they go back to Buzz Blast. Javi is really kind of like, yeah, like, I like hot chocolate. It's warm. It's nice. And Amelia is just a bit annoyed. That's it, not angry. I generally thought she'd be like slamming down, having a go at Jane, saying, how dare you not give me my own stories, rah, rah, rah. So she tells Pop Pop and goes like, she took the keys, she wants to have a look, and she's not afraid, blah, blah, blah. Which then Pop Pop goes, oh, I'm going to go get the keys then. Like, what the hell? You shouldn't do it. He's like, you're getting angry at me? She's like, I would just say you're getting mildly annoyed at me. I would have written that in the script. So Javi has the keys. Amelia goes back off to the thing, like, and Pop-Pop's looking about. But when I saw the set, I was like, this is definitely Beelborg vibes. Like, this is, you've taken something out of this, and you just reminded me. I was like, do you know what? I absolutely love this. This is absolutely fantastic. He finds a new key, and obviously I was like, oh, it's a power-up. I thought it was the Gold Ranger key, but it's not. Pop-Pop gives her the Blazing Dino key. And I generally, like, she's like, oh, I don't know what it is. And I kind of wanted it to stay like that until she uses it. And then Solomon at the end goes, oh, hey, you have this is what it's called. So when they kind of, like, she goes back to the fight and the others are doing quite well, but Izzy as well as Ollie and Zato get hit by the beams. And I've got to admit, this is the first time I've seen this. And do you know what? I thought this was amazing. This made me go, oh, wow. So normally, you know, when you get a power-up, the Red Ranger's always the first to use it, you know. So because Zato's like, massively, I can't be arsed. He's lazy in this. Amelia uses it. And I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. This is something that you very rarely see. If not, this could be a first that the Pink Ranger uses the ability straight away. And I was like, oh my god, this makes this episode one of the best. I pretty much still like episode 10, but this one, just by using her using the key and actually using the power up, I was like, do you know what? This is a first. This is something that you don't normally see. And I was like, I am 100% on board with this. I would love to see this more happen. Like, I would love Zato to use these abilities the last time. Like, he's not the person to use it. So I don't know. I mean, I was looking around the area, and I was like, I'm sure this is not Sentai footage, because I was looking at the background where the pillar had writing, so I'm guessing this is all New Zealand shot, which looked absolutely fantastic. I love the way that Amelia used her powers. I was impressed. I just thought it was great. It's one of the best scenes in the series so far, and I was super happy with it. I want more of this. I want Amelia to be like, this is my key, not your Zato, my key. So everything kind of like goes on. Amelia uses the key, she uses the power, and then we jump into the fact that a new Zord kind of pops up. And I knew it was coming because I've done the review. I've got the toy in from Japan. So seeing this and Amelia using it as, I'm the leader, like Zato normally would be like, oh, maybe he used it, the key would break it. But no, he was like, I just can't be arsed with this. Okay. But I love the fact that he calls out stuff like, oh, it happens every week. Every time we defeat them, they grow big. And then as soon as he's in the Megazord, he's like, oh, it's the same thing. I'm so bored. I'm like, do you know what? I kind of like this, that Amelia took charge. She used it. She called the weapon. Again, we very rarely see this. Like, normally, I was thinking samurai, but having the fact that this is a main thing for the Red Rangers always to use, seeing Amelia use it, I was super happy. I was like, do you know what? We need more of this. So I was perfectly okay. I thought this was absolutely great. They obviously defeat the monster, and then obviously goes to the Buzz Blast, where obviously we've got to get the comedy in, where Pop has finished doing the entire like air conditioning, and it kind of breaks, it kind of does this, it kind of does that. So I generally was just like, I like the fact that Amelia and Pop kind of just were okay. But for the rest of it, I was just like, I'm not really bothered. And it's just at the end where Jane's like, I'm not going to pay you if you can beat me in a snowball fight. It's like, you're the only one with snowballs, so it doesn't really matter. It just felt kind of weird. For the first part of the episode, it felt like she was an actual boss. And I kind of like that rather than the cool, wacky one. But yeah, I think that was kind of it. I kind of really liked this episode. I thought it was one of the better ones. I love the fact that Amelia was able to use the key. It was her. She used it first, not, oh, I'll give it to Zato. He's like, oh, give it to me. So I love this. I think this was a very cool episode, and I absolutely adored it. Yeah, I think this is a great one. I'm so glad these are out now on Netflix, but now it just means that we have nothing until whenever. So I'm hoping next week we get the next load of episodes, or probably when Nickelodeon comes back in a few months. But I think we're going to probably get this weekly. I think this would be kind of cool. But right, I'm going to leave there. What do you think of this episode? Is it a good one? Is it a bad one? What did you think? Have you seen it? It's all on Netflix, so go binge watch it. I kind of want to binge watch the rest of the series now, because I think it'd be kind of cool. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. hit the like, hit the dislike, whichever one that you want. And with that, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.
チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。